Shalom, peace and blessings. Now let's get straight into it. So what do we have here? Ex-NBA star Amar'e Stoudemire message to BLM, Black Lives Matter, and anybody supporting the horror happening in Israel. So you have ex-NBA star Amar'e Stoudemire that mainly he played with the Phoenix Suns, but also has stints in New York and I believe also with the Dallas Mavericks. This guy, he was a really good baller in the NBA, but ever since he retired, he's been causing a lot of havoc, man. So this guy, we thought that he was in the knowledge, he had embraced the scriptures, but ends up being no more but a Zionist, a member of the religion of Judaism. He's not really an Israelite, okay? And this is what he had to say. I don't think the sound is going to come through on my mic, but let's just look at the subtitles. Let's see what Amar'e Stoudemire had to say. And I want to cover this because it's really important to understand what's going on in this society, all right, and to understand what's going on around you when you're in the knowledge, so you can see the devices that's going on and that's happening before they happen, all right, before they fully manifest, so you can see where they're trying to get at, so we don't fall for the nonsense, all right? We're not ignorant of any of Satan's devices. So let's see what Amar'e Stoudemire had to say.
Woke up, man, this morning with some disturbing news out of Israel. That Hamas kidnapping children, putting them in cages, killing women, killing the elderly. That's some coward. That's cowardly. And for all y'all Black Lives Matter who ain't saying nothing, well, let me figure out exactly what happened before I say anything. F you. Figure out.
So Amar'e Stoudemire says, F you to anyone that is in, that supports quote unquote Black Lives Matter and that's not saying anything. First of all, when they say something, all they talking about is on social media. That's all they saying. So you just, if you so-called black, you supposed to post about this war going on in Israel right now between Hamas or the Palestinians and the quote unquote Israelis. Well, and that's the thing. So number one, when they say Black Lives Matter, really they talking about all so-called black people, like this dude right here is talking about. He's trying to equate Black Lives Matter to everyone else. And two, it goes to show you, remember with the George Floyd situation, like you had Target and all type of folks sending out emails. We're so sorry about what happened. We won't stand for racial inequality and justice. And we stand for BLM and all of that stuff. They did all that because they wanted a favor. Anytime you have the liberals, or really both sides, the so-called white man in general at the the elite level, anytime they do anything to try to appease so-called black people, whether it be Black Lives Matter or anything else, it's so that you can scratch their back later. That's it. And I know a lot of our people understand that, but a lot of our people don't, and this guy, he's either Amar'e Stoudemire, he's either under the MK Ultra program, he's either under mind control, or he's just literally, three things. One, under mind control. Two, he could be some type of agent on any type of level, alphabet agent, of any type of level there, within the United States, within Israel, or some other organization. Or three, he could literally just be, lost in the sauce. But either one of the three is 100% true. One of the three got to be true. But either way, this dude is definitely lost in the sauce. To say F you to anyone that's not supporting Israel is silly, because this is definitely not our war. This is not our battle at all. What are you supposed to do? Okay, are you going to just go? I mean, are you going to go in the army and go over there and fight for someone else? I mean, anytime so-called black people have problems, you never have people trying to sign up to fight our wars or fight our battles within its so-called society. But let's keep going. Let's see what else he got to say.
What? It ain't never been cool to kidnap kids and put them in cages. It ain't never been cool to kill women and elderly. Never been. No matter where you from, what you represent, what tribe you from, it don't matter.
That's all part of war, though. It is. People act like, I think we're conditioned in this country to be the good guys so much. They want to act like United States, they can do no wrong. So anytime something like this happens, especially with social media now, and they have these pictures of children getting hit by bombs and dying and women and elderly, like he said, that's war, bro. That's just what happens. And it wouldn't, well, I ain't gonna say it wouldn't happen. It's all part of prophecy, but you guys know what I mean. It wouldn't happen if, the so-called Israelis didn't displace these people out of their land. Okay. So let's not act like they just over there fighting for no reason. Like people just, get hurt, and innocent people do get hurt in war. That's just how that works. Look up the numbers in World War I and World War II. Obviously, all those casualties wasn't just the people that were fighting in the war. So let's see what else he got to say.
Never been no cool. They ain't never been nothing that nobody supported. And then you go and hide and put the kids in front of you as a barricade. That's some coward. All you politicians who always have something to say on the contrary, I see you. F you. All you Black Lives Matter people who always have something to say and always supported everything else, and you quiet now, F you too.
Yeah, see, support everything else. So they like, you supported LGBTQ, and now you need to quote unquote support us. This is gonna get worse. They gonna, anytime they have a new agenda, they gonna bring it up. You remember George Floyd or some other ritual that they bring out that, is gonna happen here soon, Lord willing not. But I'm just saying, if something else was to happen, rather, they'll bring that up too. You remember what happened in 2024, right? When we had your back when this happened. So you mean to tell us you can't support pedophilia now? We had your back. That's what they be trying to do, man. So, that's what this guy's about. Like I said, he's either an agent under mind control or just lost in the sauce. All right, but he been on some goofy stuff real bad here lately. So anyway, let's go.
Only place in the world where I can go and study Torah and eat kosher food. Only place in the world.
Oh, okay. He feels really welcome there in Israel, I see.
Some coward, dog, and all y'all supported. F you. On my mama, we don't respect none of y'all for that. Peace.
Yeah, that's about it for this nigga, man. But I just wanted to come in and tell y'all this, man. You gotta watch this stuff, man. Now I know these brothers, brothers and sisters in the knowledge, we not falling for this either way, whether you understand why he's saying this or not. But either way, and that's why I think it's important to, understand different aspects like MK Ultra, and things of that nature, is so that when you see things like this, why it's happening. You're not astounded or you're not confounded by these things, because this is a little bit easier to see the deception, but there's a lot of things that happen, especially when they include these quote unquote celebrities that act like they're Israelites, like the Nick Cannons and the Sean Jackson, so on and so forth. So you can see the deception behind it and see that it's all part of the plan. This is not anything that's actually genuine that's going on here. That was pretty much it on that. But as we've been going into here recently, at the time I'm recording this, in 1 Maccabees chapter 1, let's just go into verse 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, let us go, and make a covenant with the heathen, like Amar'e Stoudemire is doing. Let us go. Let's go to Israel. All right, with that land that's called Israel today. Let's go make a covenant with the Israelis. And if you don't, F you. All right, that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. That's why he said that's the only place he can go to eat kosher food and study Torah. Verse 12. So this device pleased them well. All right. Then certain of the people were so for herein that they went to the king and gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen. So, yeah, this dude, man, he's acting like, you're supposed to quote unquote support Israeli, and these quote unquote Jewish people are not the people of the book, not anyone that needs support, and they put this upon themselves when they displace those people out their lands or out that land. Okay, they're not going on in this war for no reason. Okay, and it is war. This is what happens in war, and you ain't got to make no social media posts or talk about it because it ain't none of our business. And also, the last thing I want to mention here is that things like this disinformation that they try to put out is so that we'll be focused on, things like quote unquote supporting Israel and stuff like that instead of rulership. The goal is supposed to be rulership, to have our own land, not support somebody else that's fighting in their own land. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, so it keeps us stooped down at a low level. All right, worrying about all this back and forth and whatever's going on social media. Niggas over there always fighting in Israel, man. It ain't nothing new. So, again, they brought it on themselves. I want to make a part 4 of are the Jewish people the Israelites of the book, because there's a lot more information out now that I want to get into. But that's pretty much it, brothers and sisters. Just wanted to pop in. Lord willing, this was edifying. And until the next one, I bid everyone a mighty shalom.